Doug, 1985, VA loves horror for $4.99 says, if Barbie makes $1 billion, even if it legs it there, what will y'all think of the world? I mean, look, at the end of the day, like I'm not going to be surprised if it hits $1 billion because Barbie's a massive IP. Like Mario, it's a huge IP. I would be surprised, and I will look down on the world if Barbie beats out Super Mario Brothers.
Same.
That's what I would think. Because I think as well, like I understand divisive. I've not even seen Barbie yet. I still haven't managed to bloody watch it. Everything's fully booked where I am, and then I got busy with some work and other crap like that, and studying and all this kind of crap. So anyway, so I can't give an informed opinion on it at this point. I understand it's divisive, but divisive films, generally speaking, they don't do massively well. So I won't be surprised if it hits $1 billion purely just because it's a huge IP, and it kind of makes sense because it's got a wider brand recognition than say like a superhero, like the Flash, for instance. The Flash, big IP, but it's not a big IP in terms of brand recognition worldwide. You could put Barbie on par with like Superman in terms of worldwide brand recognition, right? It's a huge worldwide brand recognition. But I also think that they've screwed themselves out of a market there with the children. So I don't know, guys, weigh in on this. If Barbie makes $1 million, what will you think of the world?
I'm kind of where you're at. Like, I wouldn't be super surprised, but if it beats Mario, I will be shocked. Because Mario's more of a for everybody film, and this is more geared towards a specific audience. It's not for everybody. Barbie's not. So that's what would shock me.
Yeah. I having tangentially hearing from other people and forming an opinion based on that. Barbie sounds more like it's for cat ladies than anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not to be rude or anything, but that's what it sounds like. It's for that type of demographic. Although I do need to watch it, like I am planning to watch it, and I'll give it a fair review, guys. As always, I've come out and I've said, hey, look, I was wrong, or yeah, my thoughts were completely wrong, or no, I was completely right, etc., etc., etc. So mark my words, my review will be as honest as they come. I go into it with an open mind, even though I have opinions based on what we're talking about now. Culture, if it makes $1 billion, what will you think of the world?
We're in big trouble.
Yep.
All right, short and sweet. Tom's back now. What do you think?
Well,
you think it will make $1 billion?
Well, and that's just it. I think between the fact that we have no real competition coming up for it, the fact that it's kind of become this cultural thing now, it's going to have a little bit of divide that Mario didn't have the controversy to talk about. It was just a good movie, like you said, but I don't know. I hope and pray it falls off a cliff. Otherwise, I'm afraid we're sending the wrong message to Hollywood with this one.
Yeah, no, that is right. So that's important to note, ladies and gents, is that Hollywood they're incredibly stupid. So what they do is they go, oh, this they like feminist Barbie movies, right? That's we're just going to make them now, and you will just get wave after wave after wave of the same drivel. Hence why we're getting loads of superhero movies. So it's hence why we had the westerns and X, Y, and Z, right? That's just what happens.
Yeah, and I hate sounding like a tinfoil. Yeah, and I hate sounding like a tinfoil hat, but I'm serious. Like, this is the sort of thing, this kind of success, considering all the box office bombs we've had this year and the success of Sound of Freedom. It, to me, right now, I'm watching it go up in a pink poof of smoke. Yeah, and I feel like we're going to get reset right back to 2016 all over again. Because unlike with Ghostbusters, we had a say in that. Like, we could gripe about that. Problem is, the women are the only ones who can say anything about this Barbie movie, and a large portion of them are fine with it, which just tells me what kind of place we're at in this world, and it's sad.
Well, and again, women look at films differently than guys do. They're I'm sorry. It's just
what's the big debate about culture? Is it woke or is it satire? I think the fact that we have to have that debate
I don't have to have
that it's not satire, right?
Yeah,
like, I mean, not you and I, but I mean the fact that people are having that debate.
Sure, but as far as the numbers go, like I said, I could only react the way I did, which is I would be very worried about the world. But finally, I will say this film Barbie is not charting like Super Mario Brothers. I have no fear of it.
I hope you're right, Culture, but. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying it's not charting there. It's not in the right demographics. It's a one if or possibly two quadrant movie. It's not a 4 quadrant film. And at this point, I mean, competition or no, it's not headed the right direction. And when I think somebody in the chat called me disingenuous, which is fine, except that anything that sinks faster than 50% is not considered a success in Hollywood. And one of the things you can look at is Super Mario Brothers as an example, because that fall off was much less than 50% weekend to weekend. It only fell off 37%. So let's be fair to what's actually happening there.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Doug.